Hello, this is Mrs. Wooten again. I'm here to show you how you can take your quizzes and tests for this course. Now keep in mind I'm looking to hear back from you on whether you use a district computer or your own computer so that we can maximize your use of this program. It does work in some browsers better than others, so I want to clarify that information. Please see the most current announcement to see what to send me. Now this is where you'll end up when you click on the links for quizzes and tests. You'll notice here that in Chapter 1, it starts with a Chapter 1 quiz. That is the test over the whole chapter. Make sure you do that last. Your links will go directly to the correct test. I'm going to go ahead and show you the second quiz in Chapter 1 because it's got some different functions in it. And at this point in time, if you get this warning here, some problem types in this quiz are not supported by your browser, it's recommended that you upgrade to the latest version. That is what we're trying to avoid. This is what happens in the old version of Internet Explorer. Newer versions, this shouldn't happen, and Google Chrome looks to be the best option also. Okay. Now you'll see that I'm actually in Google Chrome, which on the district computers, it's the best browser for this particular program. Notice it says ready to start. Let me get rid of this here. If it says ready to start, then everything should be good to go in the program. You click start assignment now, just like the instructions said in the syllabus materials. You have 8 questions on this quiz. I'm just going to randomly pick answers here just so I can show you some of the other types of questions. You do click on enter answer when you're ready. If you have to type in a field, you click enter answer. If you're wrong, it's going to tell you that you're wrong. You're welcome to close the window and change your answer. Or if you just want to continue, it'll take you to the next question. I'm just going to continually move on here because I'm trying to show you questions that look a little different than this. Okay, so here's the first one. Notice that this is step 1 of 2 parts of question 5. This first question is going to ask you to draw the angle in standard position. You probably don't know what that means yet, but you do have some different tools here. You have a pencil, but that's kind of not so straight. You have an eraser. You have this line tool, which is the best thing here to use. And I'm not going to necessarily give you the right answer here, but I'm going to go ahead and just draw an angle in a position. Once you're done, you use the left mouse button and hold it. Once you're done, even though it says to move on to the next step, in order for this to record your answer, for whatever reason, you have to actually hit enter answer. Notice that it does take you to question 6, so please go back to the previous question and do step 2 of this problem. So anytime you see these multiple step problems and you have to draw something, please be sure you enter your answer, otherwise I won't be able to see it to grade it, okay? Then once you move on, go back to the question and finish the other part. You can do that by clicking this 2 or the next step at the top. Notice the first question has been recorded. If you don't see that, then I won't either. Now down here, it says name another angle that is coterminal, so I'm just going to enter an angle. Just so you know, in future quizzes, you will have to enter your work, and that will involve entering some mathematical symbols, and this looks a little different than the feature that does that for the homework. So right here where you see the square root of alpha, if you click on that, it's going to open an equation editor. And once that opens, it will allow you to enter special symbols, fractions, just like the other one does, just in a slightly different format. So let me show you. I'm going to click on the fraction bar here. It gives you a lot of different choices, including square roots, radicals. So if I do a fraction, I can do, say, x over 5. There we go. And when you hit OK, that's what's going to pop up in the box there. Okay, so you can kind of play around with that. And then, of course, just like the other part, you want to go ahead and click Enter Answer. And then that is going to take you on to number 6. You can always look and just make sure. Always go back and forth. Looks like, yes, I have an answer for the first part, and yes, I have an answer for the second part. So I am ready to move on. So I'm going to go back up here to next. And I want to show you what this looks like at the end here when you go to submit it to me. I know you've seen it in a Word doc, but I want to make sure that you understand how to fill this out. Okay, so I'm just going to randomly select some answers. It does give you new questions each time, just so you are aware. Here's another two-step question. Again, you want to go ahead and use the line tool here. You're drawing another angle, in position. And it's the approximate. Doesn't have to be exact. The system won't grade these types of questions. I will have to grade them. They'll come through to me in the email that you send me. Even though there's two steps, I'm going to hit enter answer so that it records it. It's going to take me to the next question. Oh, in this case, it actually took me to step 2. So just be careful. Play around with the system and just make sure. See how I see my first answer? That means it was done correctly. If not, go back and do it and hit enter answer just to be sure. You may have to go back to the question. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and enter my answer here. And then it's going to ask me, since that was 8 questions of 8, do I want to end my quiz and view the summary? You want to do that? If it asks you to run the program, that's fine. You can ask it not to ask you again. You may get a pop-up disabler. Make sure that your pop-ups are disabled for this. All right, and you're going to email this just as the instructions said. Make sure that you print that out in the syllabus section, the Getting Started unit. You want to fill in my email, and then you want to fill in your name here so I know that who is submitting it to me. Remember, as the other information said, I do not see your tests until you email them to me. That's good too, because you can practice using this system, because until you send email, I do not see anything. Okay? And then you want to fill out your email, of course, whatever that may be, okay? And then you're going to click send email. And what's going to happen is everything that you see here, I'm going to see, including this question that the system doesn't grade that I will grade. So it's not that they're not graded at all, it's just that the system doesn't grade it, so make sure you're aware of that. You can, again, go ahead and review your answers. It will tell you some feedback. Okay? All right, so make sure that you do send those to me. The tests are in the exact same format. You want to email me the results. Don't email me until you're ready. And anything you don't email, I won't receive. So if you have any questions, please send me a message by clicking on Message Your Teacher in Blackboard. And I look forward to working with you. Make sure that you pick up your textbook. There is a textbook at the district office for you. Thank you very much.